Hello, my name is Oscar Salazar, and this is my final presentation for strategic planning. I'm going to talk about the company Coca-Cola. To start, these are the topics we're going to talk about on this presentation. At first, we're going to talk about the introduction to the company. Then we are going to talk about their mission, vision, and values. Then about their lifestyle, pastel and AFM matrix, and then about the BSC matrix and contingency, and we're going to finish with the conclusion. A little introduction to the Coca-Cola Company. Coca-Cola Company is a multinational corporation which specializes in the production and marketing, etc., of beverage. It was founded in 1886 by John Pemberton, and it's one of the largest companies in the world. At the moment, it sells its products in more than 200 countries, and one of their most famous brand is obviously Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola Zero, but also Sprite, Fanta, Topo Chico, and many beverages. Their mission, vision, and values, it's really important for the company because they tend to look at the values as the base of the company. So they have many values, but for me the most important ones are the leadership, the integrity, and the quality. They are very focused on these three and many other values. The vision of Coca-Cola is to be the most respected and successful consumer products in the company, and their mission is to refresh the world and inspire moments of optimism and happiness, and create value and make difference. You can see this very related to all the Christmas event. It's such a good marketing strategy because when you think of Christmas, you think of red color, and the red color is basically because of the Coca-Cola company. To follow up, we're going to talk about the life cycle. For me, the Coca-Cola company is in its maturity stage because it's such a stable company. It has good product which with economic cycles affect them, but not as much as other businesses, because it's a consumer product, and also everyone has to eat or drink, even if it's a pandemic or it's a global recession, and we used to have to eat or drink. So their products are not the most affected by those. And I have evaluate all the products and classify them in this matrix. The stars could be the Coca-Cola Zero, and their Coca-Cola Energy, because those are really stable products. They are growing and everyone knows them, everyone drinks them. A little on the signo de interrogación, I have put Smart Water, Honesty, and Topo Chico, because they are a little bit smaller brands, but they have the potential. On the cow, I have put Diet Coke, Sprite, and Fanta, because those are consolidated brands, but they don't really grow as much because less people like them. And on the dog, I have put Minute Maid, which are the juices, Simple beverage and vitamin water, because those are, I think, like the less they have less market share, and the market isn't really growing. So probably you have to think if those are important to keep it, on your portfolio, or probably something like vitamin water, you can just get rid of it and try another stuff, such as, like, I have seen like they are experimenting with a seltzer from Topo Chico, so that could be an interesting topic. On the postal analysis, I'm gonna talk about the political, economic, social, cultural, technological, environmental, and legal analysis. This is really important because on the political side, Coca-Cola, as it's such a large company and it's sold in many countries, it could get affected by wars or by other political changes in, like at the moment, in Ukraine and Russia. Coca-Cola it's a really big problem for them, and it also, and one of the most one of their biggest problems is the health concern. That's why many countries and stuff are restricting this kind of beverages to the public, and that's why they have to innovate. Things like the little things we have on here in Mexico, which says too much sugar, too much salt, too much, etc. That's something that hits the brand, but they're working on it to keep growing, and but also, like, people keep drinking it, but it affects, but not as much. Also on the economic side, as I have talked about before, the economic cycles affect them, but not as much as for example, a technological or construction company, but it also affects a little bit. On the social cultural side, each year much and more people get concerned about their health and what the sugary beverages affects them, and that's why each year, like, I think many more people stop drinking it or try to drink it less, so that's the stuff which affects. On the technological side, I think Coca-Cola has to take a look at the new strategies on the supply chain and operations, because they have to make it the most efficient possible, so they reduce the cost of the transportation of the product, because it's the most expensive gasto. So that's because the beverage is super heavy. It's like moving water from one place to another is their most expensive cost, and also they have to work on their marketing. I think more on the social media, because on the normal, or like the world, it's Coca-Cola. It's one of the most recognizable brands in the world, but maybe on the social media they have to work a little bit more on that side. On the environmental side, Coca-Cola has to invest on these sustainable packaging options, because each year you will have to stop using plastic, so you have to invest in developing new technologies on that side, or also trying to reduce the use of plastic and trying to promote other types of packaging. And on the legal side, just this could be like the same as the government side. You have all the restrictions and all the new leveling and sugar content. You have to take notice of, or now you have to put it on a certain way on the packaging, and that's like a legal topic. Like you have to try to see a way to make it less sorprendente for all the public, because so the people doesn't get like so they didn't drink it because they saw like a really big no sugar or a lot of sugar on the packaging. So you have to see a way to make it less notable for all the people. Also on the AFI matrix, we have seen like it has many competitive advantages, and also it has opportunities and threats. The opportunities are always all the new things they are creating, such as like the energy drinks or the Topo Chico seltzers, and also growing in more presence in certain countries like from Asia and Africa. Also, maybe you can try to explore more on the caffeine, like with the coffee. And from the other side, you have some threats. I think the two most important ones are the health concerns, because obviously there are certain beverages which are not the best for our health, and you can work about it. And the other one is the rise in the competition, because with the power of social media, people like Logan Paul has created a beverage from nowhere, and they are growing super fast, and that's something that it used to didn't happen, because the brands were like so close and they got all the supermarkets, and they didn't let the small ones to have visibility to the people. Also on the contingency plans, we have seen like I have created some strategies. The first one could be the portfolio diversification, growing the beverages more and more, and also in the supply chain optimization, so you reduce the cost of the transportation. For example, one of the emergency plans could be like you have to have 3 months of the expenses in case of all closes. You have at least like 3 months to see, so you leave. Also, backup plan could be like if a campaign goes wrong, like have a backup plan, so you work about it and improve it, so you don't have to so you can correct it at the quicker than before. And on the BSC matrix, we have seen like some perspectives. On the financial perspective, I put to increase the net profit by 10% annually. On the consumer perspective, I have written to improve the global view of the brand and create new drinks. On the learning and growth, I have put create a new team of innovation and improve the R&D team. And internal processes, I have put to establish new alliances and improve the relationship with the bottlers. For the conclusion, I have seen that Coca-Cola is such a strong company which has a bright future, but has to really take notice on certain topics which could affect them. But if they work about it, they're going to be fine, and Coca-Cola is going to be is going to exist for another 100 or 200 years. That's all for my presentation. Thank you so much for hearing.